Hello everyone, and welcome to the final game in the original Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy. My name is Keith the Dinosaur Boy VA, and here with me tonight, of course, is the amazing Seven the Vampire. Say hi, Seven.
I love Return of the Attorney. when Darth Edgeworth throws... You know what? I'm gonna stop right there. I'm not even gonna go further.
Yeah, my favorite part of Phoenix Wright was when he said, "I'm Phoenix Wright and I am the Ace Attorney, and these are my trials and tribulations."
I'm making a Star Wars joke, and you're making a... You know what? We're both making terrible jokes. How else should we start the stream?
This really was our Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trials and tribulations. Anyways, let's start this video
trial
game.
and tribulation is us not being dumb.
Yeah. Anyways.
Time for my favorite tutorial case.
Whoa!
Because it actually has a reason. Like the first game, good reason. Second game, good reason.
Yep.
Third game,
yeah.
Third game, first and third, good reasons. Second.
How did I get into this mess? Why? Why did I do that? That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that!
Hydrate. Hi, Remy.
It wasn't me. I didn't...
Hey.
I didn't do it.
Yes, you did. You fucking killer. That's the eyes of a killer.
Those are the eyes of a killer, dude. 5 years earlier, Mia Fey, second trial.
Yeah, like I said, this is just... At least no one got amnesia this time. I love the second game.
Anyways, that's a familiar face over there. Oh man, I hope you didn't kill anyone.
Nah, those are the eyes of a killer.
Yeah, and Matt on guards are completely innocent.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why you
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
I didn't kill anyone.
I'm just surprised that he's still alive after you know.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, hey, who's that over there? I'm getting here. Why is there a clown?
Hi there, Remy. How's it going? Well, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous.
I feel like I've gotten bad. I feel like I've gotten better with that as it progressed.
You really did. That sounded halfway between like clearing your throat and a cough, a really bad cough.
It's what it feels like you should be doing.
For real. Oh, Mr. Grossberg. Good morning.
Oh, Mia! Please, calm yourself down. You're gonna get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know.
What are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed.
You don't look relaxed.
I'm fucking dying, Mr. Grossberg.
Let go of my apples! You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer.
I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today.
Well, that part of the because like I know you posted the gift on Blue Sky. She's just like shaking the man.
I don't know what you're talking about. She's totally fine. She is absolutely not nervous.
Why would she be?
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service.
Actually, this is my second time in court.
Still, you surprised me. What with your earnest request last night? Let me handle this case, you suddenly said. And quite forcibly, too. Okay, so yeah. I try to remember the timeline of events between this and a certain other case. But yeah, this is after.
Yes, this is, after that case.
Yeah, I confuse me. Because I know they're around the same time, I just always back.
First and last time I used it was a year ago.
Huh.
Well, we got the autopsy report, date and time of death.
I will be updating.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Actually, I'll be updating it 'cause I'm the one on it. Actually, I'll be the one updating that. I'm the prosecutor.
Are you sure you have the authority to do that?
I mean, I'm a police commissioner as well, so. I work in this town called Crossbell.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
I don't know why I do this to myself. Are we okay?
No, we're not okay.
Why are we such giggly punks
Jesus
tonight?
Christ. I just found out yesterday. About the case, I mean.
What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts?
I stayed up for a while last night.
How long did you sleep?
What time is it?
I think the time card said like 11 something a.m.
15 minutes?
I'll be honest, that time card was a while ago. And I also wasn't.
Maybe 10. Well, how about that? You see, I mean, of course I have. I think.
Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. I do like how many similarities this has with Phoenix's case.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning there, everybody.
That sounded genuine.
It partially was.
I'm actually dying. Don't tell me.
Yeah, allergies finally got me, so I am slightly congested right now.
They finally caught up. I ran for as long as I could.
No, somehow I survived through like all of spring to this year without getting allergies, and then
Not.
yeah.
Brain.
Yeah. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia.
I just want to say, I'll give it all I've got. Yup, I'll be fine. No problem.
Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Rye?
Actually, it's, right. You know, like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. And, yes, I'm congested. That's what the mask is for. My allergies. My doc says this way I won't give my cold to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says.
Right, Mr. Wright. You have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you.
Please, let go of my shirt.
Why is she strangling everyone?
She is strangling everyone. That's right. He's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. I should probably let go of his shirt right now.
Guards are just watching her strangle everyone. Yeah, I'm not going over there. I don't want to be next.
You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first thing I appeared in court was a year ago.
That's me. Probably one.
But that trial traumatized me so badly, I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and, well, here I am again. But this time I'll win. For my client, and for myself.
Well, I'm sure we don't need to learn anything about that, all
It
beforehand.
was about 9:50 or so on the freeze time.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't remember the time, because I brought that up as a joke, but I did not remember what it was.
You didn't actually know the
Court is
climb.
now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. And yes, I'm also the judge now.
Jesus.
I'm always the judge.
This guy is... How old is...
Oh, you can't.
Oh,
3 years.
how old was Phoenix when he took his first case?
About 24, I think.
24, right? Yeah, 24.
Oh, about 3 years.
Yeah, only about 3 years. Okay. I was about to say, I'm like, dang, Judge really is that old, huh? But no, he's... I mean,
I'm
he's probably
actually
old, but...
I'm actually immortal.
And yet he's still easily distracted by jangling keys.
Ooh, what's that over there?
Oh my god.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Oh my god, I forgot he has the mini pompadour.
The pompadour sends me.
It's so small. Like...
How do you like my hair?
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if I had a comb over or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, I don't want to.
The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense.
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had, a bit of an emergency.
Emergency? But isn't that him standing right next to you? Oh, I'm not Marvin Grossberg. I'm, Grossberg Marvin, yes.
I'm Gross and Marburg.
Exactly. Oh, okay. That makes sense to me.
That makes sense to me.
Yes, well...
We're not. You're just a rookie. Are you sure are you sure you can really handle this?
Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think.
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Not the freaking the dangling. Why is it bouncing?
I was about to read the bouncing copy.
Jesus Christ.
Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It will all be over soon.
What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me?
Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of an Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow.
What's he swallowing?
Don't worry about it. Go back to the profile. What's this being profile?
I don't like the front view. I think I like it less than the side view.
Why does he look like that? With a little too much confidence.
A little too much confidence. He's a 4th year pharmacology student at Ivy University.
Doug looked pissed. I mean, I'd be pissed too if I died, but
I
you know,
true, fair.
currently
Oh
has a
dear.
cold.
Currently has a cold.
Hi, I'm gross.
How do you have more hair than Winston?
Don't worry about it.
I'm betting it's the stress.
I'm betting it's. Honestly, I bet he has more hair because of the embezzlement. That's right. That's right. We're still free at this time.
What's that one like hair care product that like a bunch of YouTubers get sponsored by? That prevents like hair loss.
Keeps? What was that?
Keeps,
Keeps.
right.
I don't know why. I was thinking something else entirely, but that's not it.
Jesus.
I don't want to say what I was thinking about it. We don't need it. I was thinking of an entirely different product that you use to remove hair.
Fair enough. There's a fatal electric shock. The victim was named
it's
Doug
not
Swallow.
Dollar Shave Club, it's a different one I was thinking. Anyway. What the fuck? He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology. Sounds like he was a bright young man. Actually, he was failing all of his classes.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. The student discovered the scene shortly after the murder. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murderer. The murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway, they called the police.
What do you mean bungled his getaway? He could have just ran, right? Like, how do you bungle running in a straight line?
Achoo, achoo.
You know what? Don't worry about it. It's fine. Phoenix is built a little less different right now.
This is before the, because remember, he gets built different because Mia died in that office.
True.
Mia
Real.
dying, and what happened is Mia died in that office, and now everyone who steps foot in that office becomes immortal.
Exactly.
Because how else do you explain what Apollo lives through in, I think it's Dual Destinies?
Yeah.
He lives through a fucking bomb.
Yeah.
He just does not give a shit. Just goes back to being a defense attorney after. He's just like, yeah, I got blown the fuck up. What of it? Like, yeah, still a defense attorney.
That was like,
Fuck you.
I'm pretty sure that is like literally case 1.
Case 1, he blows up. Case 2, and he's just like,
Either that or case 1 is like directly after that case in like chronological order.
and he just walks into the courtroom like, sup? And everyone's just like, fuck! You blew up yesterday!
I got better. I walked it off.
Yeah, walk it off. What do I look like? Coward?
What do you think I am, a fucking pussy?
Yeah, I didn't walk it off.
Skill diff.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well. Court accepts this photo into record as evidence. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Your reputation for
Sagacity? Okay, sure, whatever, man.
sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. What the fuck? Why?
You don't need
Why?
to use weird words, Pain. Jesus.
The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death.
An unusual death?
What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. simple question I thought might loosen you up a bit. I'm a gentleman, if you will.
A what? Whatever. Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of.
What I made. A perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause. Go on.
He was killed by a murderer.
Damn, she's good. Like, perfect. I'm kind of scared now.
Damn, no notes.
Perfect. 10 out of 10. I'm gonna go become a police commissioner now. Please say you know at least that much.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file.
It's literally the first sentence on that file. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act.
I forgot that Grossberg has a hemorrhoid.
Grossberg, we don't need that much information.
Thanks, Grossberg. Very cool.
My hemorrhoids are beginning to act.
Oh
no,
my
I just
God.
thought of that one vine. You can't sit here with us. Actually, I can't sit anywhere, because I have... you know that vine, right?
I do know this vine
I
specifically.
can't sit anywhere. 'Cause I have hemorrhoids.
Jesus.
God. Look ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I sure hope it does.
Are you sure about it? I just have a bunch of old vines stuck in my head. Now let's see here. The details of this case are filed under the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you? This is the third game after all, so hope no one starts this game.
The court record. I can see that by touching the court record button.
You're being an idiot who doesn't start with the first game in a franchise. Couldn't be. All of the weapons we need can be found in the court record.
How can I kill
That's
someone
your-
with this?
I mean, we're not. That's not what I mean by weapons, but I mean, there's ways you can kill people with that. Take a good hard look at the data there, and think carefully before you answer, Medea.
Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I gotta stay calm. I can't let the prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look. I just touched the court record button here.
Now then, will the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death?
It is electrocution.
Hypothermia.
In the middle of spring.
I'd buy it.
Oh, hi there. Oh, bye there.
No. I just looked at Chad and saw that, by the way. I was like,
Yeah.
oh no. I still love how you have mod powers on YouTube, despite the fact that I never assigned them.
I don't know how, honestly. I legitimately do not know how.
YouTube just said, this person looks like they need mod powers.
Sure. Anyways, it's electrocution.
According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution.
Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen?
He was, Mr. Doug Swallow, he was struck by lightning.
Ah, so Zeus killed him.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, my client, completely
Alright.
innocent.
Alright, well, I know enough to pass down my verdict now. Wait, what the fuck?
It's just that easy.
Look, Poseidon tried to kill me yesterday. I'm fucking running home, and I just have Brace for a Storm playing in my head.
Oh, God.
I was like, Brace for a Storm!
Kyogre was after your ass, dude.
Hey, I got home before the storm hit. Fuck you, Poseidon! Can't kill me today!
Strike me down, Zeus. You don't have the balls.
Just immediately.
God.
Shit. the murderer use some kind of new powerful stun gun, perhaps?
No, actually it was Pikachu.
What's a Pikachu? The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there's one more vital issue.
What's that?
Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Maybe now we got bad blood. Bad blood?
What do you mean?
I mean that now we got bad blood.
Oh my god.
Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney. You must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this.
I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
And now you're a loser. That's champagne for you. He's one smooth operator, if you catch my eye. Don't think he is. Have you seen
I
him?
wouldn't even call him an operator.
Have you seen him in the first two? Actually, you know what? Those haven't happened yet, so that's why Grossberg hasn't seen it.
Yeah, once those two happened, Grossberg's like, oh, you fucking sucks. My goat is washed. And yeah, Winston Payne is like a squirrel girl. He only wins cases off screen.
It's like Squirrel Girl and Marvel Rival. Don't actually know because Rival Squirrel Girl is.
Fair enough.
And when I did, I just played Bucky all the time.
So, again!
I played Bucky and I played Punisher. That's about it.
Fair enough.
I just use guns.
Judge, jury, executioner. Something, the moon haunts you! Or whatever.
And then you just get fucking sniped by Black Widow. The fuck you do? What the fuck is Moon Knight gonna do against a sniper? He just catches the bullet.
You die, I guess.
He just catches the bullet in midair. Shit. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing. I'm sorry, did you say killer?
He has, he has killed 0 rookies, on screen.
I mean, I've done it off screen, so you can't prove anything. Now then, let's hear from the defense.
You could tell me that that Winston Payne actually has won the most cases, but they've all been off screen, and I mean, I guess I wouldn't have any proof to say otherwise.
Exactly. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Evidence?
No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all the weapons can be found in the court records. Find the evidence you need and then shove it into old Graybeard's face.
Jesus, I don't think we need to do that.
Also, you're one to talk about gray hairs.
Yes, sir. Into old Graybeard's face.
Mr. Grossberg.
Oh, you heard all of that.
Try to set a better example for the young lady. Mia, evidence isn't the only thing.
He's not even responding to it.
You just choose to ignore that one. The court records. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between the profiles and evidence, so be sure to go over it all. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim?
It's going to be her. Oh, wait, I can... Take that! I love getting to scream into my microphone. That's like my favorite thing.
This is the last game where we'll be able to do it.
That is the last game that we'll be able to do it. God, I hope Hold It works.
Has it worked in the past too?
It's like a 40-60 split. Maybe a little less.
It's more like 35-65.
The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Lila Hawthorne, was it? Is it? I don't know. Very good, Miss Fey. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until about 8 months ago, she was the victim, Mr. Swallow. She was the victim, Mr. Swallow.
Mr. Swallow, Jesus.
Clearly, she has some part to play in this story. He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne. Please call your first witness. If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh shit, I know that guy will be a lawyer in the future.
Oh shit, I know that guy.
I mean, I will know him. I'm immortal, I time travel. What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Fey?
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection.
Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Oh, yes. My name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect.
No. It means what you did right before what you did before you were arrested.
Oh. I was murderer.
Well, shit, he just came out and said it.
I killed him, yeah. I was a university student.
Mr. Wright! Man, why does that name make me feel so, like, ancient?
But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was...
Will the defendant please refrain from passing his code on to the rest of us? It seems the witness has something he wants to say. Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Right away, Your Honor.
Baby, now we
I admit I was there. But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. What on earth does that mean?
I see. So you hardly knew the victim.
Right, like I said, I'm not a killer.
Phew. Looks like the judge understands.
You're being naive. You know, too naive.
Huh?
It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
Cross-examination?
right. The defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. Purpose is to determine if the witness's testimony contains any contradiction.
Contradictions?
The witness is lying. Their statement will conflict with the court record.
But Mr. Wright is my client.
Even if he is your client, in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see.
What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now? That there was a lie? A contradiction?
Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Fey.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me that you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
Yeah, I killed him. It's kinda easy, you know, most people are allergic to being electrocuted. Alright, let's see here.
Let's see,
While we're doing this, one thing I gotta say about this game is this one has the weirdest second trial in the series. Like, we'll get into it next.
Oh yeah, we'll get into it next time, but oh boy.
It is the weirdest. I don't know if I would say it probably is my least favorite of the original trilogy's second trials, but I mean it's still good. It's just not on the
weird.
level. Yeah, it's just not on the level of the other two, but it's just a weird one.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking about that. So it's just all it is the game.
Alright, let's see. So. What do you mean British wannabe? Hold it! Let's go!
Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with.
That's right. I mean, why would I even...
But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright?
No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear.
Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim, who the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe?
Yes, well... he was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. So... How do you know that, if, he was wearing a jacket there? Objection!
Are you certain you saw the Union Jack?
Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back.
Miss Fey, is there some point to this line of questioning?
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing written on the victim's back.
Hey, wait a minute! He's wearing a leather jacket! The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing.
I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that really was the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea what he was wearing underneath that jacket.
Okay, once again, gotta say, fucking love this song!
Mm-hmm. This is a really good objection theme.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if this game or the second... I mean, my favorite is probably Apollo Justice variant.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is up there, and so is the Justice for All. They're just all so good.
Oh, for sure. And Apollo
This one's
Justice's objection theme eventually just becomes Apollo's leitmotif, and it's so
Yeah.
good.
It makes sense. It's a really good. It really does feel like Apollo Justice.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Wright,
Yeah, this.
you've been lying to me.
Please forgive me.
Mia! Sorry about that. Mia, you've made our client cry!
Let him. That P on his chest doesn't even stand for Phoenix anyways. God.
Jesus.
What does it stand for?
Pussy. Bitch.
Damn, I didn't know sis could be so vulgar.
Maya, this was a different time. Oh my god, no.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go fade away then. Bye. Back to Kern Village with me.
she just
Auntie
straight
says
up
she got
astral
us-
projected.
Auntie said she's got a surprise for me.
Oh god, no. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong.
Mr. Right. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh. Did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
Was the medicine that you took over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X?
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How'd you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X?
Who's a big fan of Cold... I'm not.
I, for one, am an enormous fan of Mucinex.
Who the fuck is a fan of, like, medicines? You don't want to take medicine. You take it because you're in bed dying, unable to move, so you take Dayquil so you can actually function. Or you take a NyQuil, pass out, wake up, drink a Gatorade, throw the Gatorade bottle on the floor, fall asleep, wake up, and wonder later who drank your Gatorade.
Is this based off a true story, Seven?
It happened once to me.
Cold
Fucking
Killer
happened
Y
once.
represents so true.
I don't remember if it was the time I had COVID or the time I got sick, like right before I got COVID. But I was super sick, and I'd taken some NyQuil. I was just taking NyQuil because I wasn't taking day because I wasn't trying to stay awake, so I wasn't worried about taking like Dayquil or NyQuil. I was just like taking NyQuil so I'll sleep. And at one point, I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I had a Gatorade next to me. I drank the Gatorade. I downed that thing. I had to down that thing too because it was like full. And then I had to have slammed the bottle on the floor because it was like knocked over when I woke up later. And then fell back asleep immediately.
Jesus.
And then I woke up later, and like I was not fully lucid. I wake up, I pick up the bottle, and I try to drink it. And I'm like, drink my Gatorade. Keep in mind, my room door is locked, so the only answer is I drink it. But my brain is so foggy from like, it was bad. That's why I think it was the time. I can't remember if it was the time I had COVID or not, but it might have been when I had COVID because I was very sick and very not very conscious most of it. That was just the funniest shit. Just the downing of the Gatorade and like having to have slammed the bottle.
Jesus. Did you see the hat, man? Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know what the fuck. I was not conscious for like most of that. It was like 3 or 4 days I was super sick, and I was not conscious for most of it. I was out. Anytime I was conscious, I was eating ramen or soup or drinking something or taking medicine. Any other time, I was out. It was weird. And then I
Dang.
felt like once I felt better though, it was like, oh yes, now I can actually do shit.
No, that's so real.
Just dead for a couple of days. Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere.
You lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright!
Oh, Raw Man, not Hat Man.
Shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Uh-huh.
Your Honor, I'd like you to take another look at this photo from the crime scene. What's this in the victim's hand? It's Cold Killer X! Sounds like a fucking super...
It does sound like a superhero name. That's like it's like a mascot for a freaking... It does just sound like a mascot for some sort of like medicine-themed superhero medicine brand. God. I mean, I guess that's probably why... I guess that's
Like,
why it's
I can
called
see the
Cold X.
fucking ads in my head for it too. Mr. Freeze harassing Batman. No fear, Cold Killer X is here.
Not literally.
It's like, like, are you sneezing and coughing? Have a runny nose? Never fear, Cold Killer X is here. And then that's when they read off like the Cold Killer X may cause side effects may include.
Exactly.
Never fear, as long as you have Cold Killer X.
Exactly. X is gonna give it to you. Oh, jeez.
He's gonna give it to you. It's like you get the laundry, and like you hear those, and it's like, because suicide thoughts like, what the fuck? Hold up, wait, hold up.
Oh no.
Yes,
always
but
love that.
even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
I love his objection noise.
Jesus.
So fucking squealy. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints were all over it.
What?
Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallows must have picked up that bottle of medicine. Dropped by Mr. Wright and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify the killer as Phoenix Wright! I don't know why I went so high pitched on that line. in particular, but it was
Jesus.
fun. It's pain, you gotta go high pitched.
No, that's so fair.
Order in the court! Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo as a bottle as evidence. Yes, very well. This court accepts them into record. Photo 2. Cold Killer X. That.
Oh god.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken. Broken? Yeah. It ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this? Zeus.
Zeus, so true, Zeus. Actually, my explanation, Thor.
Yeah.
This is really bad.
Sorry about that.
All good.
Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids.
Jesus Christ. Thor. No, we're doing a medicine heroes today. It's Thorazine. Thorazine.
Thorasine's wild. My dog eats.
My buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids. Jesus Christ. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then around 2 o'clock, then around 3 o'clock, we split up. Then later when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime the day of the accident.
Mr. Wright, this is completely different than the testimony you gave previously.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say, how do you find your current testimony any more credible? Ms. Fey, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright. Don't tell any more lies.
Alright. I just trust that you have this in hand.
Yep.
It's a tutorial case. This isn't that hard.
Yeah.
We're not gonna fuck it up. We've never fucked up a tutorial case. What do you mean this game?
Esto pues.
What do you mean? That never happened.
Hold it!
First try.
No, that dang. Hold it! Hold it! Okay.
What am I holding? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45?
Yeah, and we were both there right on time.
You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the Alchemist of IVU.
Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, God.
Oh, metal.
Full Metal
An
Alchemist?
alchemist? I see.
I gotta admit, I was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
Ho ho! How fascinating! Sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man.
Yeah, well, now he's dead. That's kind of unfortunate.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details?
Sure.
I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department.
Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though.
A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
That's right. And they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere.
High voltage cables?
Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof.
Finally, I think we're getting somewhere.
After a bit around 3 o'clock, we split up. And it's been taking Cold Killer X. Lost the bottle on the day of the incident. Alright, let's see.
Hold it! On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch?
Huh? What does that have to do with anything?
You can never be too sure.
I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious.
Ouch! Why did you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
Damn.
Jesus Christ, calm down, Mia.
No. Let her go off.
I hate happy couples.
You and me both. Ain't that a mood, Mia? I think that's enough for now.
Why do they get to be happy? Hate Valentine's Day, man.
Yeah, I hate it because it's a fake holiday. I hated it even when I was in a relationship. Both me and my girlfriend hated it. It's like, yeah, this is just a fake holiday. Fuck all of that.
Look, I don't care about Valentine's Day, but what I do care about is the day after, because that's when all the candy discounts, baby.
Sweets! I love sweets. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright.
Oh, okay. Hi, Frank.
You know what? Just for that joke, you're not guilty.
It's that easy.
Your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean?
I knew it was too much work for a little girl. I mean, it's probably like
20.
20.
I mean, I probably like 23, 24. Probably like the same age as Phoenix.
She was about 20. I think she was like 27 in the first game.
Right. So yeah, 24.
However, there is one mystery that still remains.
I'm a grown-ass woman, goddammit.
There is, Your Honor. How the murder was carried out, of course.
Doesn't it say in the character profile? Well,
yeah, but we don't have
yeah,
Mia's.
but we don't have Mia's.
I'm not excited in the first game how old Mia was. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I just don't remember.
Months. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I mean, Google exists. You know, just rock. I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet. Correct? Well, that is, you are correct, Your Honor. Alright, she's 24.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, 24.
Yeah, 24 in this particular one, and then 27 in...
Right.
So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose.
Sure.
Your Honor?
Yes, Miss Fey?
I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive. Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their argument with evidence.
Of course I know that. Actually, I'd totally forgotten about that. Oh my god, I'm such a fucking idiot.
Actually, I totally forgot it. Now then, Miss Fey, let us see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted. My attorney's badge.
My attorney's badge. The autopsy report. It's actually because of you.
Ah, shit, you found me out?
You killed Doug Swallow.
Time for a smoke bomb. Oh wait, that was a bouncy ball. I'm going to jail, aren't I?
Alright, anyways, this is it, right? Yeah, okay.
And you
Take
know
that!
What? He could, in the Ace Attorney universe, he could still be a prosecutor.
Yeah?
Which game is it? That's Dual Destiny.
That is,
right?
in fact, Dual Destinies. It's the craziest goddamn thing, dude.
Dude, I know jack shit about like I know very, very little about anything past Apollo Justice. Like,
Yeah.
And I mean, like, because as I've said before, I've played the original trilogy and I've played part of Apollo Justice. I know very little about like Dual Destinies onward.
Mm-hmm.
I just know like the little I've seen of like small things like Phoenix Wright calling Edgeworth daddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
What? There's nothing that even resembles a murder weapon here. Afraid the defense is gonna have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Fey, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon?
Well, it's pretty obvious here.
Yep.
Look at that. Oh my god. Take that.
Oh my god.
Well, naturally, it's right here.
That's... What is that?
It's a severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard. The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So then, the high voltage cable...
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation.
Certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
Damn.
Stop it. Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was... the defendant!
Sure.
Says it was directly killing him that the court didn't just break. That much is certainly true. Yes, and that's not all. We have proof! Irrefutable proof that will establish the murder Phoenix Wright as a murderer. You do? Well, what is it? His fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. As you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
Did you mean...
Yes, it was quite clear. It was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm prints of the defendant's very own hand. What? I can only think of one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cables. Order! 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 That's enough! I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us. We're done.
Mr. Grossberg?
My hemorrhoids never lie. The show's over, Mia.
Can you stop talking about your hemorrhoids?
My hemorrhoids like to be talked about.
Stop though.
I I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
Jesus Christ, Roseberg.
No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor.
This time, I am prepared to render a verdict in this case. Do you have something further to add, Miss Fey?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict.
But I can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then it'd be...
It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me.
Miss Fey.
No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you, and I'll represent you till the very end.
We've already established the defendant's guilt. There is no further need for him to say anything.
Wait a minute.
Mr. Wright.
I'll tell you what really happened.
But I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further.
I did it. I admit it. I pushed him. It's my fault. It's my fault that Doug Swallow is dead. That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey! That's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that!
What you just said, was that the truth?
Yes, I was afraid. Afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was a murderer for sure.
Well, as things currently stand, we're absolutely convinced you are.
Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear. I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Fey? I believe in you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I still can't believe it. He really did push the victim.
Feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake.
I'm sorry?
That is a line of all time. This game is great.
What a video game. When did this come out?
Not a mistake. Came out, I was like, I can rock the fucking Google.
You know what? That's fair.
Came out January 23rd, 2004.
Is the Harlem Shake that old?
I mean, I wonder if it's also... Well, actually, I should look up the English release date.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think that's the original release date. This particular port, the English release date is 2007.
That's fair.
Yeah, that sounds a bit more
That
right.
sounds reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at just the original release of the GBA version.
Gotcha. That guy. He was talking bad about
Harlem
Dolly.
Shake is... Huh. That doesn't add up. Harlem Shake was 2012.
Oh.
Unless it was based off something else. Oh! Well, no, because it samples songs from, like, different parts, like, from songs from, like, 2001. So, yeah, it samples things from a song from 2001. I don't know. I don't know, the whole fucking thing.
Who knows? I certainly don't. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just laying there, dead.
Well, the explanation is quite simple. Whenever you pushed him, Mr. Swallowfill flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from that shock, and that, as they say, is that. A simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted.
But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it.
That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that.
Damn.
Jesus Christ. Young Mia's feisty as hell.
I love it too. It's like one of my favorite parts about like Mia. Mia is just she's got an attitude to her, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Fey, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that?
Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it.
When I push...
Lost my temper, gave him a shove. I went to heard some kind of loud noise. Yeah.
Hold it! A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap! Come to think of it, I wonder what that was.
Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here.
Yeah, may as well.
Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. So try to remember what it was.
How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Aha! Could it have been?
Yes, could it have been? Hurry up and tell us!
When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it, and it broke. That was probably the noise I heard.
An umbrella, huh? And did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella. Cheap and frail. Kind of like the owner. Phoenix, you should not be talking about that, or talking that way about a guy who just died.
Fine, don't worry about it.
And again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was practically soaked to the bone.
Jesus.
Phoenix, why did you not bring one?
I just think he doesn't own one.
That's fair.
Judging by that line, he doesn't own one.
That's fair, yeah. He also doesn't have a driver's license, so...
What do you think? Something important in that testimony just now?
Well...
I'll say it's important.
This is it, Mia. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important! No, this cheap umbrella is more than important, it's vital. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony.
Ha! How perfectly fitting! Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer. This court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add this bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
After I shoved him, he fell down on top of his cheap umbrella. Well, if he fell on top of it, then why is it all the way over there?
Objection! Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning?
Oh, come on. If I had mentioned that...
I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. However, if you look closely, that umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's right by the electrical pole.
You're absolutely right.
The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive.
This is another really good one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the soundtrack of 3, I don't know. Soundtrack of Trials and Tribulations goes hard.
Absolutely.
Order! The victim he moved? When we get to the recess water.
What's up?
When we get to the recess, I need to go refill my water real quick.
Gotcha.
Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now? Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene. I want to present it as evidence immediately! But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind. I literally can't hydrate. I don't have water right now. I just finished off my water, which is why I said when we get to the recess, I need to go refill it.
Yeah.
Posture check.
In the meantime, I'm actually going to be filling up my water, or drinking water, so.
Yeah, I just finished my water, so that's why I have to go refill it after this.
According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind.
I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest amount of doubt remains, I cannot render judgment. I'd spam hydrates, but there's a cooldown. Yeah, I put a cooldown because people kept spamming it. It's like, fucker spamming hydrate, well that was a cooldown, assholes. Shit. However, I still find it hard to believe that there's tongue-tied. I still find it hard to believe that there's a huge hole has been blown in there. We want you nice and moist.
I want you nice and moist. It's
Moist.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. Wait, hold up. Prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. Well done, Mia!
Don't, what is that for?
Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about? Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride.
Just ask Grossberg what happens if you aren't. Ruptures happen. Okay, sure, whatever.
Oh, Christ.
Did you read this one already, or
Yeah, I did.
Gotcha.
I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone. I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying, Valley Girl. I will do that when I return. I'll do that. I'll start. See, I have to get the Valley Girl voice right. I'll do it on and off when I'm not reading. Set the timer, and kind of on and off when I'm not reading other character voices. That way I can try and keep up with character voices, because otherwise I'm gonna lose the character. Like, totally.
Oh, Jesus.
I need to get some water. There we go.
Let me guess. You have another witness?
I'll pause the timer whenever I'm not doing the voice, though. Exactly! And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible! Well, who is this witness? Miss Delilah Hearthworn. Delilah Hearthworn? You don't mean Dolly? I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover and witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. What? I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. I totally love the part.
Bad news. You couldn't be more wrong.
Only if you were here, we can do a better Valley.
Actually, I've been waiting for this.
You can't be serious. Mia, what do you mean by that?
I fucking hate that bitch.
She's like totally awful. Yeah. This is gonna be the death of me. I can't help but laugh. I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Go play on the slide. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Delilah Hearthworn. All right. That recess, real quick, we're gonna during that recess, we're gonna real quick take a quick BRB so I can go get some more water.
Alright, we'll be right back in a bit. totally back.
We're like totally back or something.
Jesus Christ.
I have to do this for like 4 more minutes. You know.
Miss Fey,
I do have plenty of water now, so like I can hydrate.
excellent, very good. Miss Fey, I'm
Gotta
sorry
take care
about
of
what happened
yourself.
back there.
It's alright. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright.
Yeah. So I guess I can start to relax then, huh?
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding such an important fact.
But the next witness is my dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will.
Yeah, your dolly will totally save you. Like, yeah.
Why do you think that?
Huh? What do you mean?
Like,
She's
hey,
the love of my life. That's why.
boys.
The love of your life, huh? I hate happy couples.
What if I just read all of Grossberg's lines like this snap? At least for the remaining timer.
Oh God.
Would you mind telling me more about how you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Sure, no problem.
You seem to like Dahlia.
No, I fucking don't.
Ah, Dahlia's not that bad. I mean, she's a total bitch, but she's not that bad.
Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side, anyway. How do you study law on the side?
Phoenix is just built different.
Jesus
you
Christ.
know? I couldn't do that.
Jesus. One day, she and I bumped into
like-
each other in the
I'd-
reading room downstairs.
I'd like to inform everyone that I'm actually like moving my hands and stuff while I'm doing this voice.
Of
I know you
course.
can't see it, but like totally.
That's why I really think that it was fate that brought us together.
Hey,
He really wanted to stay the night. I'm going to kill myself.
Totally, like fate stayed night. He wanted that unlimited blade work, if you know.
Good lord. As soon as I first set my eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this.
She even gave him a necklace, just like in Fate Unlimited Blade Work.
Oh my god. She gave me she gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love.
This one's not red. This one kills.
She'd been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this.
The word. So she gave it to you as a present.
good
I
lord.
see.
This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little dolly.
It certainly is a little bottle, alright.
It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. Borrowed from Phoenix Wright.
Anyway. So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating?
Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
She wants it back. You're like back to her. What a strange girl. I think
Jesus
present back like
Christ.
that.
By the way,
By the way, Mr. Wright,
By the way,
the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it?
huh? Yeah, it was. But how did you...
This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse.
What's this?
There goes the
A
timer.
newspaper clipping? Oh, yeah,
I can go
timer
back to
ended?
normal now. I can go back to normal now.
Let's see.
Get out of here, Valley Girl.
Murder in the courthouse. Murder?
What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Mia, I understand what you're trying to say. I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some relation between these two cases, am I correct?
I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself.
Yes, but I'm afraid that will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look at the downstairs reading room and see what else I can find.
Thank you.
I want to do whatever I can to be of help to you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is over. Almost over. Better get moving. We won't get a chance on the swings.
What's good? How goes the lawyering and the other things associated with lawyering? Also, that are also likely to condemn your soul to hell. Don't worry about it. Hi, Trance.
I mean, me and Keith were going to hell a long time ago.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm a vampire. Of course I'm going to hell, but, you know.
Don't worry about it.
I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though.
Actually, it seemed much shorter. Like, totally.
I forgot that there was just a straight up to be continued during this point.
Yeah. I find this to be one of the that save theme to be really weird. I don't know why. It's like the jingle is too long.
That's fair.
It is just weird to me. It's it's like not bad. It's just like why is that the save jingle?
Mm-hmm.
And it also it also kind of has weird vibes because sometimes that comes up after very serious moments. It's like da, 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 da. It's like the when what is it, Update is I think the song name, the ending, one of the ending songs in My Hero that's during the
oh yeah.
playing game but that's during the arc where Bakugo gets kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like da, 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 da. Like that song playing after, you know, All Might's fucking dying in a fight.
Yeah.
And it goes da, 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 da. It's like this is not. It's kind of mood whiplash.
I think the funniest bit of
That's a
fighting game dialogue is the MVC3 Ghost Rider going, "Do you know how many lawyers are in hell?" Yeah.
I think the funniest Marvel fighting game thing is the fact that in the Toku Marvel game, fucking
Dr. Doom pulls out the strap, dude. Bro was on Phoenix's
like,
ass
yeah,
for like literally no reason.
Dude, the fact that Phoenix, like, I really, me and Keith need to play Phoenix 3. I need to get it on Steam so we can, but we need to play that one day. I mean, I know Keith will just pick Phoenix probably, but you know.
And instantly lose.
I mean, I'll use. And you think I fucking know how to play MVC3? I suck at Marvel's Capcom, I'm not gonna lie.
That's fair. But also Phoenix Wright is like a bottom tier character.
Nah, I bet. Cheers. I just pick on Matarasu. Matarasu, Zero, and fucking, I don't know. Fucking Matarasu, Zero, and Wolverine.
You know, fair enough.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness. The next person is someone who witnessed a crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Delilah Hearthworn to the stand.
Oh, hello there. Oh, God, the butterflies.
What's with this stiff silence?
In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses here. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
I can't believe he actually said that.
Oh, now then, witness, can't you please state your full name? Don't worry, sweetie. No need to be nervous. If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them down to size. And I'll bash them with my gavel.
I love how they look straight at me when they say that.
Thank you. Calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home. Not at all! So weird going from super quiet and edgy. Take this!
Oh, that's real.
It is just so weird going between those two. It was nothing.
If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation?
My name is Lila Hawthorne. I am a junior literature Ivy League at Ivy University. Is that the actual name of the school?
Yeah, it's Ivy University.
I hadn't been paying attention to the fact that they had been saying that as the name of the school. I thought they were saying like it went to an Ivy League University. No, the school's name is just Ivy University. Okay.
You think that Phoenix would ever be able to get into Ivy League, dude?
At Ivy University. Yes, I do believe it. Through magic. Man would somehow find a way.
He would BS his way through it, yeah.
I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor's all mine! No, the honor's all mine!
Well, we know whose milkshake brings out the flow. Right. Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
I don't know why that made me laugh so hard.
And they're like, it's better than yours.
I don't know why that got me so hard. That's not even as funny as it could be. It's just the fucking suddenness of it.
I hate happy couples.
Sir? Is there something I can help you with? You just go on and say whatever is on your mind. I'm sure there must have been some kind of mistake. Beanie wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it. Yes. I can see why you'd say that.
She's going to be a tough witness, alright. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger.
Now then, please proceed with your testing. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident. I've been planning to go back to Beanie's place after class was over. Beanie and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. And suddenly, it got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Beanie noticed I was there. I went to go and find other students, and they called the authorities. I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong. Young lady. As old as I am, even I recall the hot flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please, tell us the truth. But I would never...
That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies.
You haven't changed a bit. Mia Fey. What's this? So you two are acquainted?
Yes, we've met before. Once.
In any case, Miss Fey, floor is all yours. Madam Fey.
Madam? I'm no one's grandma yet, girly.
Never will be.
Fucking bitch.
Alright, let's see
Let's
here.
go.
They were talking behind the building.
They got all wobbly. Hold it! Hold it! Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own?
Yes.
In other words, the defendant never touched the victim. Is that right?
I was watching the whole time. Beanie never did a thing to Dougie.
If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. So what should I do about her testimony just now?
Yeah, show the contradiction.
Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we?
What? I would never. Miss Fey, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition.
Yeah, I'd rather be fishing than doing anything with you, buddy.
Damn, what did I do? That is, she has no supporting...
You know what the fuck she did. You know what the fuck you did.
Please don't glare at me like that! She's just doing my job! Love how much of a bitch she is.
Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim.
What?
There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Tell us everything that you saw. Yes, Your Honor. I will, if you don't mind. I'd like to revise my testimony. Alright, 1 minute before we do that, my dog wants...
Gotcha.
Looks like we're finally getting somewhere.
Alright. There we go.
Welcome
Should I
back.
Let my dog in. Yeah. Actually, didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie.
Let's see.
Actually, if you go to, this statement here, she adds two things.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't look like they were fighting. I didn't hear any noise either. I was doing some research before, tonight, and this line in future revisions, that being the 3DS and Steam releases, is different. It is instead, it didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically it goes across the same-ish way, just slightly
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, it's not like the line's that different. It's just different wording.
Mhm.
I like to make a note of things where I find them because, there's stuff on the phone.
Yeah,
Learn.
but...
I love learning more about the games I love.
Wow! In any case, either way, she wouldn't have heard anything, any noise here or anything unusual when Phoenix here says that there was a loud snap when that happened. So,
Objection! You say you didn't hear any noise. Is that correct?
Yes, that's why I was very relaxed. Yes, why I was very relaxed. Can't get the scenery around me.
That's nice, but I find it a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise.
He said that?
If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well?
Sorry about that.
All good?
Well, maybe there just wasn't, the noise just wasn't all that memorable.
But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression.
May I have a moment to answer? By all means. I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is... I had my headphones on and was listening to music at the time. Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to let up. It seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for its fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble.
Thunder and lightning, huh?
Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out.
Fucking pussy, just listen to it like the rest of us, god damn.
Well, Your Honor.
Bet you're afraid of thunder too, bitch.
I mean, I don't like it. Shut the fuck up! As you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all.
Hello there, Knife King 23, my glorious Queen Dahlia Hawthorne.
We stand Dahlia Hawthorne.
Sure, alright.
I'd let her kill me. I mean, what?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
I didn't say anything down bad.
Huh?
Nah,
Excuse me?
Delilah ain't my type. I mean, to be fair, we know my type
I know
from
your type. I know what
previous
you are.
experiences. I mean, I'm bi. What's your point? Jesus Christ. No, my type for woman is, you know, Jalter.
We all like
don't
Dahlia.
like
Yes, we
Dahlia.
all do.
We all do.
On everyone's souls.
Look, don't worry about it. I'll just go over here and look at Jalter.
Jesus.
To the internet.
Oh, God.
Wait a sec, Mia. That testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case. There was lightning.
Thunder, rain, and lightning.
Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere. Am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Fey.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, the cause of death was electrocution.
On only both of your souls, we all like Edgeworth more than everybody else in this series.
Wait, what, huh?
You know what? That's you don't like Edgeworth more. I don't know if I'd say Edgeworth is my it's hard to say who my favorite Ace Attorney character in general is. But Edgeworth is definitely
Edgeworth
very
is up
much
there, that's fair.
Yeah, Edgeworth is definitely way up on that list. It's just, God, Ace Attorney has such good characters. I love, in fact, I can't wait till we meet this game's prosecutor. So excited.
Oh, for sure.
Isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
Oh, ah!
Good job, Seven.
I must admit that thought had not occurred to me. I don't know how I managed to do that so well. Because I had to, not only did I have to do it, I had to get each voice in like a split second.
Not
I was
for
like,
real.
Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway?
God damn,
Feels like
God.
he's distracted. It feels like he's constantly distracted by jangling keys.
Oh, look, what's that over there?
God damn it, man.
Yes, Mr. Payne is better than Princess gets a prosecutor.
I
Princess can get the whip.
hang on. I have something to say about that.
Night King, you're gonna hear a knock at your door, a whip at your door. You're not even gonna hear a knock, you're just gonna hear the whipping of your door. And she will whip through your door, too.
You're getting defenestrated.
This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, a victim of a stray bolt. Thor just had enough of his fucking guy.
It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually an accident?
Alright, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty now if you...
I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Fey.
You could go lower.
Edgeworth Manfred von Karma, Princess von Karma, Winston Payne this far into the series.
You know what? Fair enough.
That's fair. I personally, my favorite prosecutor is the one in this game.
Mm-hmm.
But that is just because, first off, his theme is fucking best. I'm a sucker for jazz. So.
Mm-hmm.
And also just is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I cannot wait to start doing his voice.
We love this dude.
Huh?
The glorious king, Coffee Man. I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at that location.
What?
What's more, we have evidence that the lightning cable is definitely linked. That the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case. Evidence? Mr. Payne? Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence? This affidavit. And who is this affidavit from? The pharmacology student who was conducting an experiment in their labs that day. Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the I don't know why I can't say pharmacology.
You
of
know
the
it.
pharmacology students. All equipment in the lab lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day. Was it a blackout? All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
So you're saying the equipment lost power because...
Precisely! They lost power because of a severed electrical cable. Power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m. Fixed with the time of death listed in the autopsy report. Exactly! In other words, what time did Phoenix go to meet with him again?
2:45.
Yeah. A little bit of a weird timing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess it could still, but they would have had to been arguing for 15 whole minutes before the push.
Right.
I don't know why I say it like that, as if we don't know the case, but they always want to play the fool. The victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They're planning on having them replaced in the near future. I see. Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump could have caused them to break. However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it had been bumped. It wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct? Well, I suppose you could say that. Miss Fey, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor. I don't like how this is looking one bit. I had to come up with something to try and regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion.
Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused that electrical cable to break?
Well, take that! Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right. Wait, are you saying that?
The lab equipment lost power at 2:55, which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage.
Yes, the prosecution also came to the same conclusion. It is that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted.
I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right, the victim had banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Well, that makes sense. Then the victim was electrocuted. So on my first run, I actually presented the umbrella here first. Because my thought was the umbrella hooked onto the thing, snapped, and then he fell back on top of it.
Oh, I see.
I overthought it effectively.
Fair enough, yeah.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make any sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he wouldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground here. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim.
Order! Order in the court!
Ah, the lamentations of my enemy. How I've longed to hear them.
Savage. Holy shit, Mia.
Boy. Man, Mia makes an impression, dude.
She really does.
I love sassy Mia.
Yeah. It's true. The defense is absolutely correct. Doesn't seem to be any way the defendant could have...
Miss Judge, may I say something? Madam Attorney's explanation. She said something that are a little different than I remember them.
What the?
Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge.
Of course, it's alright. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors.
The truth is, Beanie pushed him twice. First time was into the electrical pole. That's when the cable broke. Then Dougie tried his best to run away from him. But Beanie caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted. It all occurred in less than a minute.
Oh, after being shoved, Tim got up and tried to run away. And that's when the defendant pushed him for a second time.
I'm so sorry, Beanie, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. Simple as it may seem, you are. Now then, Miss Fey, you may proceed with your cross-examination. All right.
Let's see. Sure, Feeny pushed. Hold it!
Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie.
I know. Sorry, I wanted to protect Beanie.
So that's why you basically lied to the court?
I was a bad girl, I know. Mr. Judge.
Yes?
Would you please forgive little old me?
Of course he won't! What you actually did was called perjury.
Oh, come on now. It's just a little old white lie.
I hate this court!
We'll forget it this time. Please be more careful from now on, alright?
God damn it, man.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge.
Mr. Grossberg, I'm about to fucking crash out.
I'm in the fucking other room. I can't hear you.
True, he's in the library. Fair enough.
Not at all.
The judge is
Why do
better
you
be
become
more
so-
careful himself. A dark alley is friendlier than that girl.
God, I love Mia.
Jesus Christ.
By the way, that actually gets you an achievement on Steam.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh. I just pressed it because I remember it being funny.
Yeah, no, on Steam. I don't have the game on Steam. I just know some of the Steam achievements because I've looked into them before.
Fair enough. Anyways, all this occurred less than a minute. But...
This took me a second because I couldn't see the watch well enough.
Oh, yeah, no, this is fair. This is a... Yeah. In all honesty, if this was a digital watch, it would have been a lot easier to tell.
Yeah. And I wonder if on, like, the Steam port and, like, future ports, it's easier and it's only harder on this one because it's slightly pixelated.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can present either the student testimony.
Yeah, either one of these. Yeah. Because...
Objection!
You can present the fake address, you can present the ownership papers, you can present something else, or you can just slap her in the face. I don't know, anytime I mention multiple presents now, that's all I think about. Or you can just slap her in the face.
That's enough, witness.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture?
Look at this photo.
Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
Oh, that medicine. That's one Beanie likes to take for his cold.
It's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the wristwatch. It stopped at the precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Fey?
My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping?
Well, according to testimony, the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55 p.m. Ah!
Now, would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that It was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow.
Order! Order in the court! This is nonsense! What, the real murderer?
Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for.
Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it?
There's
I also
one.
love that animation with her with the hair.
Yeah, the hair flip.
There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene. There was a window of opportunity for the real killer.
What would you think of a game that was entirely Mia?
I would honestly love that.
Yeah, just a game, you have a few cases where it's Mia, and it could end leading up into her taking on Phoenix as an apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a prequel to the first.
Right. I've seen a few, like, fan art concepts of that.
Yeah, I would enjoy that. That would be pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you could even have one of the overarching plot points being her looking into Red White.
Right, yeah.
Since that plot point is what ends up being her demise and all that. It'd be an interesting time.
Yeah, for sure.
Miss Fey, is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer?
It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor. We are ready.
Very well. But remember, you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Fey. Now then, Miss Fey, let's have it. Who is the real killer?
There's only one other person who was there at the scene of the crime, so...
Take that! It could only have been you, Dahlia Hawthorne.
How can you... The defense is grasping at straws.
10 minutes passed between the time of the cable breaking and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop stop the man dearest to you.
Order! Order! Miss Fey! I mean, why? That is to say...
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your own hands.
God damn.
How can you say something so mean, Madam Fey? I didn't do anything.
Miss Fey, this is a very serious charge you are...
Your Honor, please, I have something to say.
You? What is it?
Please strike everything the defense has said just now from the record.
What the? Are you daft?
You're totally wrong, Miss Fey. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that.
Mr. Wright, get back to your seat. Bailiff, grab that man.
Leave my Dolly alone.
That boy.
Oh, I thought it was...
Oh.
He's gotten himself in way over his head.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back!
It seems I arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police report in your news clippings.
Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
You'd better take a good look at it.
Let's see. Victim Diego Armando, age 28. Occupation lawyer. Suspect Dahlia Hawthorne, age 19. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found on the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity on the suspect's person. It's unclear on how the poison entered the victim's coffee. Interesting. Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Very little information is being disclosed at the time, since the victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning a 19-year-old female college student who was sitting next to the victim.
Details of how you came to lose your boyfriend. Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about all this? Well, really, Your Honor, yeah, that is...
May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Computer?
Yeah, don't worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. That is, go right ahead.
Madam Fey, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie?
Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright.
I told you that you should let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead. Trying to get the voice.
Fair enough.
Hard.
How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous.
You're forgetting how insane Payne's voice for the objection is. Nah, it really is.
Yeah, it really is. That doesn't say there's Manfred von Karmas. I don't know. I feel like that one's the craziest.
No, it's fair.
What is this? Lost. What?
I feel like that.
This is all just too much for me, for poor little me to bear.
The girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be.
The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Further testimony? About what?
About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What could that possibly have to do with this case?
The witness claims that she had no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Well then. Very well then. The court grants this request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge.
Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne.
When I first met my darling Beanie 8 months ago, it was like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse in the basement of the reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat.
Why with lower temperature on White Castle? Why does this ask you to allowed to show up?
We've been going out ever since that big day. We're so lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think.
I hate happy couples.
Mr. Wright, do that again and you'll be held in contempt of court.
And now we enter the final act of our little drama.
What did Phoenix do that would...
Oh, wait, I think that was actually a Phoenix Wright line. Oops. I didn't read that. Oopsie
It might have
daisy.
actually been a Phoenix line, and I just, because Dahlia was on screen, I just read it.
Yeah, my bad then, I guess.
Let me see. Hang on, because I can check the YouTube playback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it was supposed to be Phoenix.
Oopsie daisy. It's fine.
Yeah. I just think neither of us realized it because, fucking, she was still on screen.
Mm-hmm.
As we used to say in the days, as we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her. Then for some reason Taz showed up there for a minute. That's what happens anytime I fucking stumble over everything. I just turn it to the Tasmanian devil.
I believe that is what we in the industry like to call a misinput. So true.
What's misinput?
Hold
That's
it!
gonna be me during the that's gonna be me during the Code Vein replay.
Hold it!
One thing I'm trying to decide for
Hold
the
it!
Code Vein
Hold it! Oh, come on. Hold it! There we go.
One thing I'm trying to decide for the Code Vein revisit is, do we remake Inada, or do we do an entirely new character?
Fair enough.
Yeah. I feel like we should just do a new character, because Inada had her time in the sun. She did her bit.
Yeah.
The courthouse reading room? That's a strange place to meet the love of your life.
That's not true. Madam Fey. After all, Beanie was not only an art student, but he was planning on becoming a lawyer.
We're going to art school and law.
I'm not talking about him. He's weird in his own ways. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse reading room?
That line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case. Miss Fey, I'm warning you. This has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case.
I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I better tread carefully.
Nah, keep pressing.
Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please, ask her to continue on with her testimony.
Very well. Young lady, got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse of the reading room?
If it pleases Honor, then if it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this. I had to come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing.
Well, now we know that one's not true. Because of this police report.
Objection! Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason?
What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Fey?
8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy. Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Fucking bitch. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago.
Order! 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 This is unbelievable! It's true then. The loveliest roses can hide the... Miss Fey! That's not fair! You can't slander my witness with an unrelated case. I, Winston Payne, will not allow it!
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
Yeah, pardon me. Go right ahead.
It's true about 8 months ago. Police expressed some interest in me.
For some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath. Tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months.
I see.
Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive.
Well done, Mia. Oh, you've really lit a fire in my heart. And my buttocks.
Okay.
Why are you?
Why
Can
you
you
like
tell which
this?
is more inflamed? My spirit or my hemorrhoids?
Oh, okay.
Alright. Final testimony.
Yep.
I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment. That's when it happened. When I heard it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that.
That's what happened 8 months ago. However, as you heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to each of you before the end of this cross-examination.
What the? Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
I was just beating their ass a second ago!
Let me see what the scouter says about our defense level.
Oh my god.
It's over 9,000!
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. What? 9,000?
Who the fuck are you?
Jesus Christ.
Ah, Mia! You're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear! The proud posture and self-confidence. Absolutely smashing! What fucking dialect is he supposed to have? He's used like 3 different regional dialects.
I have no clue. No idea. Anyways, lawyer, poison, blah blah blah. Let me see for just a moment. Poison that's lethal in 2 teaspoons. Special kind of poison. Don't even know where to get it. Man, what do you think about these games? Are just kind of DBZs about lawyer. Okay. I don't even know where to get a poison like that. Actually, you just so happen to be dating
a very high-profile pharmacology student.
This is one of those moments with Phoenix, by the way.
Oh God, right? True, this is
Just-
happening.
DBZ was about lawyers.
Objection!
I hate that, Trent, but it's also kind of true.
You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison? I don't believe you.
What?
In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up
Every
until
time I see
8
that
months
name.
ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow.
Especially Mr. Swallow, it gets me.
Oh God. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
Pharmacology?
His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could have never obtained such a rare and special poison.
God! Why does this fucking soundtrack have to slap so hard? I love it.
I love the corner theme for this game. It's so good.
Yeah, no, I think this is probably my favorite corner theme.
Mm-hmm.
It's so intense.
Mm-hmm. Well, Miss Hawthorne, seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table. You.
No! I also love her, I love her, what you call it, her, breakdown animation. Order! Could it be?
May I say something, Madam Fey?
What is it, Miss Hawthorne?
The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
Well, yes, that's true.
I was searched immediately after the incident took place.
Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
But they didn't find any suspicious containers anywhere, did they?
She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small.
Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof.
Proof? She got me good with that.
Provide some evidence or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Fey. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're gonna lose this lead.
Police conducted a full-body search of Dahlia and the entire courthouse. Yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
Gonna accuse a young lady of committing the murder. Then where is the container the poison was carried in? What happened to it?
Well... just so happens that it might be, you know, this. A necklace given to Phoenix Wright on the day that they met.
Yeah.
Huh. Take that!
Convenient.
Take that! Oh my god, come on. Take that! There we go. You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew who wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course.
I believe you can actually present Phoenix's profile there.
Oh, really? Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I find it weird. I find it weird that you can, because you're looking for the the bottle
container.
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking for the container itself. But I guess it loops back around. It's just a weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those step 3 before step 1 type deals.
Yeah.
So the defendant was a witness. So the defendant was a witness's accomplice?
Of course not. She gave the poison to him disguised as a present.
What? That's...
Charming little necklace. Is this the little bottle? Really is quite cute. So what about it? What does this mean, Miss Fey?
The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright 8 months ago, August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here?
Son is a deadly poison.
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain that if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount.
Order in the court!
On behalf of Dolly, I object!
Mr. Wright! Control yourself!
I won't let you bully her like this.
Mr. Wright! I told you to stay in your seat!
Mr. Wright? Why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her?
Why? Because I'm madly in love with her. Dang.
This feels like something Larry Butts would do.
Yeah.
Madly in love. Haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway?
Oh, shit!
Oh my god, Mia. Wild that that's possibly the first canonical time you heard that word so famously associated with him, huh? Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me, too.
Here's the thing. Phoenix 100%, ever since he started studying to become a lawyer, 100% stays up late practicing shouting objection in the mirror.
Of course. I mean, Apollo does.
We know Phoenix does too.
Exactly.
I was gonna say the only normal person, the only normal lawyer in writing co is Athena, but I don't know enough
she is
about
not.
Athena. I don't know enough about Athena.
She is, in fact, not normal. Mia was the most normal one, but
She's dead.
she's dead.
Mr. Wright, please open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is...
She's happy in love with you.
Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck.
My necklace?
Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself.
None of the characters in this franchise are normal. That's part of the marketing, dumbass. Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. Yeah, but she's so shy.
Edgeworth is relatively normal in comparison.
Yeah. Just normal in
Just like-
comparison.
Yeah, and he's like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, he's a bit of a dork, but I mean, that's not as wacky as some of the other characters.
Yeah.
Which is why his reaction to most of this shit is just, right, what the fuck is happening?
Mm-hmm.
Right, this is not normal for a court of law. Normal courts don't include whips and mugs of coffee being thrown.
God. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she's always saying the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
What a strange girl. For a present back like that.
For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely has to get it back.
You're lying.
But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for you, for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you meet. That's why she...
I don't believe you. No! That's a lie! Yeah. The defendant. Oh shoot.
You hurry after him. I don't know who's saying what.
Bailiff.
Mia, are you alright?
I think I have a concussion. Yeah, I think so.
Wait, who are you? Amnesia. For the second game. That
Who are
boy,
you?
he went completely insane. I love the fact that you can actually, there's actually that amnesia bit at the, third case
Oh god,
of the
right.
second game. Where if you, say it's in the prosecutor's, desk.
Oh right.
Francisco
Oh yeah,
whips you, and then
Francisco
you get
whips you
amnesia.
so hard that you get amnesia again.
Where's Mr. Wright?
Looks like the bailiff caught him. He should be brought back here soon. This is one of the more insane things he's done.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh no!
What is it?
The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone!
What? That's terrible!
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Foolish boy! It's the only thing that could have saved him! What in the blazes are we supposed to do now? Mr. Wright! This sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court!
Sorry.
I'm afraid that your apology is not enough!
Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace?
Forgive me. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just give back the necklace.
I ate it.
It gets better.
I ate it.
It gets better.
You what?
You ate it?
I eated it.
I
hated it. This fucking idiot. It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first. But yeah.
Keep in mind, that was a glass bottle.
What the?
What is he doing now?
Yeah, it was a glass bottle. He chewed it up. I eated it.
And again,
What?
that bottle had poison.
Yeah, had trace amounts of poison in it. So
Phoenix is just built different, don't worry.
Your Honor, we have to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it.
It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly, the bottle did not contain a deadly poison.
How can you be so sure?
I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive.
Oh, tummy hurt. Tummy hurt from eating glass. Glass not tasty.
As for the poison, more likely fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
I couldn't imagine so smart, be so tough.
So it would seem.
No! There must be some mistake. The bottle must not have any poison in it, left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency.
There. It's all right, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do.
And it's heartwarming to see you place this much faith in Mr. Wright.
No.
But that's how the prosecution is. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too. For example, I would have trusted the witness, Miss Arthurn, with my very life. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong. That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Fey, I cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
It may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in a court of law, evidence is everything.
Even though I've proven so much, is she going to get away with everything?
Well, now that the suspicion surrounding Miss Harthorn has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial.
Mr. Wright?
I'm sorry, Miss Fey. Totally slipped up my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me. I feel like I really let you down.
Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say?
There's something I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
The day I met Doug Swallow.
That girl,
You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your own sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying.
just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from her lab.
Poison?
The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen.
My husky now wants in my room. You know they come in spurts.
Yeah.
Commonwealth. Sorry that you were evil looking. So awful. They're so ridiculous. I love them. Yeah, well, where's the dog? Anyway, I'm back.
The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that!
Is it true? Did he really say that?
That's ridiculous!
There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to her.
What?
She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly.
Your Honor, the defendant is...
Miss Fey, you tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent.
So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? Maybe put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, and there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow.
The night before?
Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone.
Miss Fey.
If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this.
Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wants to get back. Therefore...
Exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Sorry to tell you, this girlfriend wanted to kill you.
Your girlfriend wants to kill you.
Take that!
She wasn't madly in love with you.
There was one
She was
person...
mad at you.
There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way, and that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Me?
That's preposterous! After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered!
Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was in fact you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else it could be.
But how can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love!
Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go as far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of the attorney in the basement cafeteria. Dahlia Hawthorne could only think of one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible.
No, it can't be.
It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, that tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence.
That can't be true!
Beanie, what a joke you are. Honestly, how could any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne?
It appears that this trial will be coming to an end soon.
Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say.
You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne.
We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack.
Well,
Hey, old man! Are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with a dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne? What's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Miss Judge?
No.
With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
But you're not finished.
Fine. Then ask that nasty old hag to finish up already.
I can't let her get away with this time.
Stop, Mia! You keep on pushing without any evidence. You could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No.
You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Fey. Or should I say, Miss Gray.
Well, Miss Fey, can you provide evidence that would establish your guilt once and for all?
If If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible! You can't possibly... Stupid woman! Is the opinion of this court that there's already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that as a very harsh verdict, will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor.
I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she even gets a chance to soar.
She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there.
Well then, Miss Fey, please present your evidence. Show to this court the irrefutable proof that Miss Hearthworn was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
This has been sitting in our court record for the longest time, and we haven't really had a chance to really present it.
It's our attorney's badge.
It's our attorney's badge! Let's go!
It's always the attorney's badge.
So, it had to be something that that Phoenix Wright was taking for a while. That he wouldn't really think to take out of. I wonder.
Take that! Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X? Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine.
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold?
If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony?
But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime the day of the accident. I always eat lunch with Dolly. Just the two of us.
She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Now you're grasping at straws! After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine.
I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Huh? What are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden into her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run in the reading room. My client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well.
What, Raggy?
What's up?
The screen share just buffered for a minute.
Oh, everything good?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Okay, cool.
After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X.
This pursuit theme is insanely good, by the way. It really is.
It really is, yeah. I mean, Trials and Tribulations. I mean, all the Ace Attorney soundtracks slap, but Trials and Tribulations.
Mm-hmm.
This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago?
8 months ago?
Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it. In this case, Doug Swallow.
Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you?
This stupid woman! She's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar!
Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Yes, that's exactly right! It's just the pure desperation!
I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, it's cold medicine. I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us! I dare you to take some of this medicine right now!
Double dog dare you! Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey?
Holy shit, what the fuck was that?
That's just fine. For the time being. Victory is yours.
For the time being?
Well, I have a very long memory, you know? You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it.
Hmm?
Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too. Okay?
How does she
She
name the
unite the
butterfly?
butterflies with her or no, for real.
Just that good. Huh? Why, yes.
I'm going to spend a little quality time with the men in blue now.
That's crazy.
Okay. You do you, honey.
Sure.
I wish you all the best.
Ugh. Something about her smiling when she leaves just sends a chill down my spine.
It's not even really that much of a breakdown. She just
Yeah.
gets arrested.
Well, I mean, there was the breakdown beforehand.
Yeah. But, wasn't that cathartic, to be honest. What do you mean we'll meet again? Phew. It's finally all over. Also, man, if you know this game was just the right, or right, if you will, haha, age rating, Dahlia would have called me a slut or something like that when she gets pissed. No, for
Wait
real.
for Dual Destinies when it gets suddenly rated M for one singular game.
Yeah.
It's finally over.
I refuse to accept this! The defense has not shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim! Even so, your witness seems to have accepted it. I don't care! Wait, I'm Winston Payne! And I don't believe one word that rookie lawyer has to say!
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this.
Yes?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Yeah, just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said.
There, it's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust witness Miss Hawthorne with my very life.
So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there's nothing, that there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right?
You see, yeah.
And here comes the back pedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life?
I love the fact that the canonical reason he lost his hair was this.
It's so funny, dude.
Ace Attorney is perfect.
I love Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hearththorn. Yes, Your Honor. I'll find the papers for her immediate arrest. Tragic. Not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Yeah, okay,
Sure.
Go ahead and play with that key ring over there, Your Honor. Don't lie, just admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Fey,
Yes, Your Honor.
you said earlier that Miss Hearththorn and Miss Dahlia knew each other.
Your Honor, how we knew each other had nothing to do with this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne? It can't be happening! It's a nightmare! It's like losing to my daughter! Appears that Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly. Achoo!
Very well then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. This court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
Woo!
Every time. Court is adjourned. Get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Mia! You were wonderful in there!
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were gonna
Huh?
explode like Mount Vesuvius.
Not like Mount Vesuvius, dude. That what do you mean by that? What on earth, dude?
Mr. Grossberg, could you please stop talking about them?
That's rather rude.
It's rather rude to mention your hemorrhoids. It's...
Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with my client?
We do not need
Don't
all
worry
that
about
info, Grossberg. He's been talking about them all day.
Perhaps we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations!
Thanks. You know, I was thinking.
Go on.
The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand. I don't think that was really her.
What?
Yeah, the dolly I know could have never said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something.
Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake.
Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best.
Also, you need to relax a little bit more. Try to grow up a little.
But out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up.
What kind of company does this guy keep?
We know.
Well, eventually,
We know.
eventually your sister hangs around him.
Yeah. But for now,
Who does? Larry, right.
Yeah, Larry.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, no, that's... He would be the most grown up of the two of them, then, huh?
My dog is laying close to my chair, and I poked him with my foot, and he, like, sat up and just glared at me. That's a funny.
A little silly.
Sorry, my dog is very distracting, okay?
Hmm.
He's a husky, so he's very distracting.
Right now, I'm starting to become a lawyer myself.
That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the
Looking
art
at me.
department.
Well, yeah, I guess I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, I should be able to save them in time.
I see.
Say, Miss Fey, a lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right?
Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'll study my butt off, and I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we can see each other again someday. Maybe even in court. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned, and managed to save my friend. And Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now. But even so, I can hear her in my mind.
Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief.
5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that's a story for another day.
It's interesting because I think this is taking place after, like, around the time of the final case.
Right, yeah.
That's when I think that memory of Phoenix's is taking place.
Yeah, that whole flashback.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'll get into why I think that later, but yeah, I really love the overarching plot of this game. And another thing I gotta say, I love the fact that this case has been hinted at since the first.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because remember, Phoenix always said there were 2 major reasons he became a defense attorney.
Mm-hmm.
And this was that other reason, this case.
Right.
I love it! But yeah, I'll get more into what I love about... Alright, my least favorite of the second case is... We'll get into that next time, though.
Yep.
It's not bad, don't get me wrong. It's
not bad.
just... It feels like they wanted to... there's a reason they save the phase stuff in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, it's all really... I like why they saved the phase stuff.
In any case, that'll be all for now. God, what a franchise, huh? So true.
Really is.
So, tomorrow's going to be more Final Fantasy 14.
We are in the last fourth of Shadowbringers.
Woo!
We're close to the end.
Thursday's gonna be more Trails of Cold Steel 2.
This week we are we'll hopefully get Usis back.
Mm-hmm. Friday's gonna be more LA Noir.
More murders!
More homicide,
Not
oh
committed
boy.
More homicide! Not me this.
And Saturday will be,
Hopefully Fire Emblem.
hopefully Fire Emblem. Did B say that we're going to have D&D this week, or?
Member.
Oh, that was weird.
We may have D&D this week. I can't think on that right now because brain no work. I don't remember saying we're not. I don't remember her saying we're not having.
Yeah. So if so, you can see us on her channel. But
but who is up?
Blood Moon playing the Punisher. Ryuk's playing Shadowverse. You wanna raid one of them?
Sure. Let's raid Ryuk's. Why not?
Playing Shadowverse. What's our raid hashtag gonna be?
Hashtag I ate it.
Hashtag I eated it.
I eated it. Alright.
Alright.
So, I will see you tomorrow for Final Fantasy 14. Later, gamers.
Bye for now.